Hello! Today I'm going to show you how to paint a fun and easy floral design on a canvas bag. I have a bag that I drew a design on with fabric markers a little over a year ago, and it hasn't sold, and I don't really like it that much because I feel like the outlines just don't show up enough. I'm definitely more of a fan of using fabric paints than fabric markers, just because of the boldness of the final design. That's what's so great about painting, is if you decide you don't like something, you can just cover it up and start over. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm using a medium-sized flat brush, which are the paint brushes that are shaped like a rectangle, pretty easy to remember. And I'm putting down a base coat first in red, blended with a bright orange and a bright pink. Even if your base is the exact same color as the rest of the bag, you still want to put down that base coat first before you start painting your more detailed design, just because it's really like a primer. Whatever details you paint over top then are just going to go on easier and smoother, and all your paint is going to sit on the surface, so you won't need as many coats rather than it all just soaking into the fabric of the bag. When I get to the edges of the bag where it meets up with the leather outline, I'm using the tip of my brush to just really slowly glide along that part where they meet, so that way I don't end up getting paint all over the leather. Once that paint is dry, I'm going to use a white fabric paint as well as a detail brush to outline my design. So you're not going to see the white in the end. I'm really using this as just kind of my sketch to make an outline so I know where I'm going with my design. And again, if while you're doing this you make a mistake or do something you don't like, you can just cover it right back over. And so now I'm outlining a series of geometric floral shapes. I'm really making my flowers just out of basic shapes like teardrops, half circles, full circles, some triangles. And I'm making sure some of my shape outlines overlap each other, because in the end then, each little section we have outlined here is going to be filled in a different color. This has a very fun retro kind of mid-century modern look to it, which is why I love making these kind of flowers, and they're also super easy. Now I've picked a color palette of about 5 colors because I want it to be really colorful, but I still want it to have a cohesive color scheme. I'm blending together my yellow ochre and that really bright neon green I have for all the leaves and the stem. I'm using a smaller flat brush now. I find with painting on fabric, using flat brushes always tends to work the best because you won't get the brush strokes or paint buildup as much. You can get a nice flat, even layer, which is what we want for this. And I can also hold my brush at a 90-degree angle to the surface and use the tip to make thin lines, which is going to be perfect for the stems. And so as you can see going forward, I am blending a lot of these colors together, like the white and the purple. I'm doing different combinations of the white, orange, and pink to get some areas that are more of a pale pink color, some that are straight orange, some that are more of a peach. So there is a lot of variation of different colors still within those 5 that I'm using as my core group. Next, just to add a little more interest and dimension, I'm going to swipe some different colors within my base color in each of those little sections. And I'm not even really worrying about rinsing off my brush while I do this, so each section will end up with kind of a different mix of almost all the colors within. Now once this is dry, I'm going to outline to pop it out a little bit from the background. I'm choosing a dark espresso brown for the outline to match the leather accents. The last thing I also decided to add last minute is a little more orange into the red background area, just to make the design pop out even more. I'm so in love with this bag that it's going to be hard actually to put in my shop for sale, but I have enough bags, so it's going. I hope it finds a good home and someone else really loves it. I hope you enjoyed watching this demo, and I hope this encourages you to grab something old in your closet that you haven't worn in a while and kind of jazz it up a little bit. If you found this inspiring, then be sure to subscribe. Thank you.